Welcome to another session. This time we'll check how to work on Cassandra as a data source from Jaspersoft Studio and Jasper Server. In this video, we'll see how to set up data in Cassandra DB connections from TIBCO Jaspersoft Studio and Jasper Server, and then we'll use this Cassandra connection while creating domain and ad hoc view in Jasper Server. So to set up the data, first we'll go to the Cassandra command prompt. So here is the Cassandra command prompt. So similar to MySQL prompt, we have this Cassandra query language command prompt. In this, by default, we have some databases. So to check the database, we write this command as describe key spaces. So in Cassandra, we call database as key spaces. So when we write describe key spaces, it will give some inbuilt or the default database which comes with the when you install the Cassandra. So now we'll go and create our own key space, also known as database. So here is a command for that. So create key space. So our key space name is employee with replication equal to class and replication factor. So these two parameters we have to provide this parameter. So class is simple strategy. So there are three types of classes. So we are using a simple strategy class. And replication factor 3, that means it will be replicated to 3 different cluster. So we'll just copy this command and run over here. Press enter. Okay, and then we'll just write again describe key spaces. And here we should see database employee being created. Okay, so next is we'll create a table under the employee database. So we'll give the name of the table as employee EMP and copy this. So this is quite similar to our normal SQL. Press enter. Okay, so it says that no key space has been specified, use a key space. So before firing any query for creating tables or any transactional queries, you have to select the database. So for that, we'll use employee. Okay, so now you can see that we are using employee as a database. And now again, we'll run this command. We'll just fill up this table with some records. And we'll just run this command to check if this has been, the records has been created for this. Okay, so we can see that 3 records has been created. Okay, next we'll go to Jaspersoft Studio. So here is Jaspersoft Studio, and we have data adapters. We'll just create a data adapter, and we'll choose here JDBC connections. So we'll create Cassandra data adapter under database JDBC connection. Click on next. We'll just give some name, Cassandra. So it's Cassandra data adapter, and okay, then we'll select the JDBC driver. We can see that there are 2 JDBC driver. One is from Simba and one is from TIBCO Jaspersoft. So for this session, we'll be selecting TIBCO Jaspersoft. Both the drivers work well, and here we choose TIBCO Jaspersoft and provide IP. So IP is the host name is here, and we don't need schema map, and we have created one key space, that is employee, and we'll keep username and password as blank, and then click on finish to create the data. Okay, once the data adapter is created, we'll go to the dataset query. Okay, so here we'll select data adapter which we have created, that is Cassandra data adapter. We can see there is an employee database, hence we will go and select all from employee.emp is a table name and click on read fields. Okay, we can see that there are a list of fields being populated here. Click on OK, and we'll just drag this fields and run this report. Okay, we can see these 3 records getting populated with the help of Cassandra data adapter. Now we'll go to Jasper Server login and we'll log in with super user account here. And we go to create data source. And here we'll select JDBC data source. So we can see that there is one Cassandra driver, that is from Simpa, but we don't have TIBCO Jaspersoft driver listed over here. So for that, what we'll need to do is we need to add the driver. We have the driver provided by TIBCO in the driver library. So if you go over web INF folder, in the lib folder, you can see that there is a Cassandra driver. So by default with 7.1, you will see that 6.0.0 driver. But as soon as you install the hotfix, which is a cumulative hotfix with 7.1, you can see there is 6.0.3 .jar file. So you can just copy this file over here and do a restart of the server to apply the hotfix. So now next what we'll do is we'll add the driver from the front end. So we'll go over here and click on other, and we'll provide the JDBC driver, the class name. So I have it here. So this is JDBC driver class name. And then we'll provide the URL, default URL. So this is a default URL. And we don't have username, password. Okay, and then we'll click on add driver. So while you click on add driver, you need to give the file name. So here is the file name from local, and click on upload. Okay, it says that driver successfully uploaded, and now what we'll do is you can see that the Cassandra driver has come up over here. Now you can specify the URL again. So this is the actual URL with the host name and the key space name, that is employee, and again the username password is blank, and we can click on test connection. Okay, it says connection passed, and now we can save this data. So I'll put as Cassandra DS and on save. Okay, we have saved this. So now what we'll do is create a domain from here. So create domain, give the name of the domain, and click on create domain designer. Choose the database. So we're choosing employee, and we just choose the whole table. Okay, we'll just put in the certain items and click on OK. And submit this domain. Okay, so we have this domain created. Now we'll create an ad hoc view and use this domain inside the ad hoc view. So we have Cassandra domain created here. Select this domain, select the tables, click OK, city, and we'll group by city as well. So this is the ad hoc view. So if you run this ad hoc view, and we can see that the report is generated perfectly using the Cassandra data source. Okay, so for reference, you can refer to tutorialspoint.com for Cassandra, or you can refer other sites which are available in Google. There are lots of Cassandra knowledge resources available. And thanks for watching this video. Thank you very much.